What's your thoughts on government cover-ups or covert societies attempting to control humanity? Do you believe in ancient astronauts, intergalactic communication, or extraterrestrial visitations? Ever had an experience with disembodied spirits or the paranormal universe? Are these subjects fact or fiction? Each week, Tony and Eddie explore these unbelievable realities and beyond. Exclusively on Truth Be Told.
Welcome to another broadcast of Truth Be Told with Tony and Dean, Monday edition. I am Tony Sweet. I'm here with Dean Ryan, your other host, and we have a great show for you guys lined up, and I want to let Dean kind of tell us what's coming up.
Well, today, Tony, we have Hollywood's Christina Rest joining us.
Yay, Christine.
Thank you for having me.
There you go.
Back from the sunny beaches of Venice.
Venice Beach, California?
Beach, California.
Oh, not Italy. Okay.
Let's be clear about that.
Yeah, because it's such a classy place.
Hey, have a good time, you know.
You're looking good today. What's the secret? What is the occasion?
What's the occasion?
Oh, you know what the occasion is? It's the DNC this week.
It is.
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
It stands for diluted national cocaine.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of that going on there.
Which, by the way,
That's why I put on my lip gloss.
You never want to try it.
What?
The DNC.
Oh.
Diluted national
Ever?
cocaine.
No?
Okay.
Tell us about it. What happened?
Well, it happened about 2 nights ago. No.
Does that explain the sunglasses?
I was going to say,
that's the sunglasses.
you're the only one wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
So
Well, Tony, I explained it before. I'm just being American. That's all.
Hollywood American?
Well, whatever the duty calls, I answer. But no, it's actually it's been a really big week. The emails.
Another
The email scandal never ends.
completely
Emailgate.
different emails, but yeah.
Yeah. Guccifer 2.0. The guy, the hacker from where is it? Romania.
Right.
But released it to WikiLeaks. Julian Assange, who has a vendetta against Hillary because of Benghazi and all the other wars, they released all these emails, and who would have thought they rigged the election for Hillary to win, the whole DNC?
I mean, I don't think it was actually ever a big surprise. It's just
I
was
was
a surprise.
surprised.
Well, were you really?
Because I have a lot of faith in the DNC.
Oh, okay.
They play
In
by
that
the
case,
rules.
I could see it. But yeah, I didn't see that as a big shock when it came out. Here's my thought on it, and I'm not trying to stick up for the DNC, but Hillary, who has been a Democrat for 30 years, 25, 30 years in the spotlight, where Bernie has only been a Democrat for a year. So I can see where they have the loyalty to Clinton. Completely wrong what they did. I mean, completely wrong. And I think Debbie stepped down.
Debbie
Wasserman Schultz.
Wow, that's a lot of last names.
It is. But I mean, she should have stepped down, and I'm glad she completely's out of it now. I mean,
Well, not entirely. She just got hired by
Hillary, which I don't agree with that at all. I think she should just go back to Florida, try to do her re-election for herself, and
good luck.
And which I don't think she'll win, but I definitely think she should just stay completely
can take
out.
Her and her ugly perm all the way back to Florida.
Right. Did somebody put her picture and then a package of ramen noodles?
Oh my God.
And said the hair looks about the same.
No, but you read the story, Christina. I mean, this is massive. This is like, had this happened like maybe a year ago or maybe 6 months ago, it would have been, kind of swept under the rug by now. But this is happening the day before, the prom here.
I mean, to be honest, so I read it. I think my biggest surprise about it is actually the acceptance from Sanders supporters. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened, and he didn't get the exposure that he should have. It was all a big lie for us. Oh, but I'm still going to vote for Hillary. That's really a surprise to me.
Isn't it?
I don't know. I don't like being lied to. I don't like
That's
being
like
had.
that's like the battered wife syndrome. It's like, yeah, he's mean to me. He pushes me, blah, blah, blah. But I love him. He's a great guy. And it's like, Hillary's not a great guy or a great girl.
No, she's not a great guy.
And and today, Tony, we were talking about this earlier on CNN. They showed it too. America's Newsroom, that Sanders was getting booed, trying to say, "Well, this happened, but we need to support Hillary," and he got booed. And because now the question is, it's like one of three things: either he was in on the fix. He's just that naive and really wants to, beat Trump and maybe wants a cabinet position, or he's compromised in some kind of way where this is what, he had to do and bow out gracefully.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, I definitely, you can see the whipped puppy dog look in his face. I mean, he does look like completely
very
different
defeated
person. Yeah, very defeated. The spark is gone. So I think
the thrill is gone.
I think he's just going with the motions now of knowing that.
Well, he killed his movement.
Well, people are turning on him now. So.
Well, you replay 4 years ago with Ron Paul and that whole movement. Ron Paul never sold out his movement and endorsed Mitt Romney. He kept it going, which he kept his integrity. And Bernie Sanders is supposed to be an independent. Mm-hmm. Supposed to be. Mm-hmm. So, but
when it shows when they interview him, it still says on the side of his thing, "I independent." It still shows him as an independent. So, it doesn't make sense.
So the people can still write in Bernie if they want.
They still can.
Well, I'll tell you what the I doesn't stand for: integrity. But you said his wife's mic was on during the rally, and what happened? In case people don't know, because this rally happened about 5 hours ago.
The mic was hot when they were booing. Mm-hmm. And let me see if I can keep talking. I'll find it.
Well, yeah, you said the mic was hot, and he's in this like big ballroom. I don't know if you saw it on there.
No.
And there's probably 3,000 people in there, maybe more. All his supporters, and then he's talking like we all need to come together and support the person that kind of screwed me. And
what they said is they don't know your name is going to be put in nomination. That's the concern, and that's all she said. But people were like, "What do you mean by that?" So his name will still be on the nomination, but majority of everybody's going to put their
because his base,
towards.
That progressive base, is against everything she stands for. She stands for the TPP. She stands for more wars and intervention. She doesn't want a $15 an hour minimum wage.
Didn't she cave on that one though? That was part of the deal. That the reason he came aboard is free college and $15 minimum wage.
I think they're scrapping all his stuff now.
Do you think so? Because I know that was one of the reasons that before he endorsed her.
He tried to get them to go against the TPP, the trans.
Which I don't think that's not going to happen.
Pacific Partnership.
Right.
And they said, no, we got to have that, which really binds us into another like EU form of government that's outside of this country. Mm-hmm. It's we're in the time now where things like Brexit is happening, and it's going to happen more. That's the first domino to fall, and I think populism and nationalism is really making a comeback. Whether you agree with Trump or not, people do want they want their sovereignty. They want their national sovereignty. They don't want to have like D.C. or another country tell us how to live. And it's kind of, this is a domino effect. This is such an interesting time in history.
Oh no, it's definitely it will go down in the record books for many, many, many reasons. We're not going to look back on this and go, that was an easy time. It's going to be tough. No matter who wins, it's going to be a tough.
Well, we have an interesting show today, and we're just waiting on some guests that are actually down on the ground in Philadelphia. And as you can imagine, it is packed to the brim. We have we're trying to reach Anthony Antonello, who's just an amazing independent journalist. He's covered some of the biggest stories out there, and he drove all the way down to Philly for the convention. And he called me before the air, and I think we're going to try to call him, but. He is surrounded by a bunch of pissed off Bernie Sanders fans, and he's going to do a man on the street for us. So we're actually going to hear the vitriol and the booing from the Bernie Sanders crowd, who are really now feeling the burn in a way.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go ahead and try to call him real quick and see if we can get him to answer. He may not be able to hear in the crowd.
708
nope.
1.
That's
Right. So, but the next guest we have coming up is a guy named Blake Walley, and I'm just going to tease it right here. Many of you probably heard of or seen the viral video of the Young Turks fighting with Alex Jones and Infowars and Roger Stone, and it was just like a melee of just. It was like a SummerSlam.
I was going to say it looked like a WWE. They were getting ready to rile up the troops and go to the ring.
It was a show indeed.
Right. Well, Blake was one of the guys there filming, and he actually caught the one of the Young Turks co-stars there, colleagues, Jimmy Dory. He caught him point blank spitting on Alex Jones's face. Yeah. And the controversy was did Alex and all them just go there to disrupt them, or were they invited? Was it just casual? And if you see the video, from my perspective, my point of view, it just seemed friendly in the beginning, and then it took just one drunk guy like the Jimmy guy to just wild it up, and then...
when Roger Stone walked in, that's when it really got heated.
Right, when they saw Roger.
Yeah,
right.
When they saw Roger, that's when I noticed the faces change completely.
And if people don't know who Roger Stone is by now, and he's been a guest on this show, he's a Trump insider, former campaign manager, still does business meetings with the campaign. He was there on the sideline, got spotted out by Cenk Uygur, the head of the Young Turks, and it just went all down tubes from there. So we're going to have Blake calling in. Probably. Well, if Anthony doesn't call in, we might just call him right away.
All right, let's try.
We'll just try him. It's it's not a scripted show. And then we have a surprise guest towards the end of the broadcast today, who I've known for years and is actually in Philadelphia as well. So this is like the Philadelphia special. You like Philadelphia, Christina?
I do.
And I don't mean the cream cheese.
You mean the cheesesteak? That's what you mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh, that sounds good. All right, we're going to try to get a hold of Blake and see if we can get a hold of him. And
well, if we don't get hold of anyone, then I guess we could just.
I hear somebody answered the phone.
Hello,
Blake. This is Dean Ryan.
Yeah.
You're on air here for Truth Be Told.
Oh, hey, Dean, how you doing?
Yeah, we're calling you a little early. Hold on, let me put my headphones on.
Sure.
Yeah, because I can hear you better. Tell us where you are exactly. Give us your location.
I am in Philadelphia. I'm actually in a car. I'm in a Lyft service. We're trying to find a coffee shop with some Wi-Fi, and it just started raining. It was about 99 degrees and overcast all day. Now it's just like we're in a hurricane or something. It's crazy. Its visibility is hard to see, and but we're almost heading for a calmer area right now.
Hey, you know who else is in a hurricane? Is Hillary Clinton. You hear about this news that came out?
Yeah, the whole DNC, the Democratic Party, liberal media. Yeah, it's not a good day.
Yeah, what is
week.
What is the turnout over there at the DNC? Is it as much as it was in the RNC, or less than, or greater than?
It's hard to tell. It's a much bigger area here than in Cleveland. Cleveland was kind of centered in a big area, kind of where by Jacobs Field and the other basketball arena. I forget the name of it. Philadelphia is it's a lot more open, and there's a lot of parks, and it's kind of hard to tell. But there was a pretty big presence and a lot of Bernie people out here in droves.
Really? Or are they pretty pissed off, or are they ready to support our next commander-in-chief, Hillary Clinton?
No, in fact, I was just doing a little man on the street and trying to gather that information. Some of them are, I would say most of them are against Hillary no matter what. It's just a matter of whether they go for Jill Stein, or maybe they'll go for Trump just to go against Hillary.
Right.
So overall, this is Tony, by the way. Overall, when you talk to a Bernie Sanders supporter, are you getting more of the anger? Are you getting more frustration? You getting people that saying no, Hillary, no way. I'm going to Trump. If I'm not voting Hillary, I'm going third party. What are you getting from the Sanders people?
Yeah, mostly just disappointment, not necessarily anger, at least that I've seen so far. Most people I talked to were pretty friendly, but yeah, just disappointed, and they're not going along with Hillary. And I was just trying to figure out, getting to their mindset, what they're thinking. Would they join the dark side, or would they find a third party, or go on to Donald Trump, which would be even more interesting. And there were a few people that were warmed up to that idea. Is this better than Hillary?
So what would be that idea? I mean, because Bernie's revolution is nothing like Trump's, I wouldn't even call it a revolution, thoughts. And what would be the attraction other than just voting somebody other than Hillary? I mean, I would say I think they would go to the Independent Party or the
Jill
Stein
Green Party or Gary Johnson.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them were Jill Stein, but, I think there's some that are believing, that Trump is maybe anti-war or is against, like, the TPP trade agreements, and in that, I guess that's what they're looking at it. Or just basically just to go against the Democratic machine for, going against them, and it's kind of, I don't know what kind of language I could use here, but they feel kind of screwed over. So,
you can't say screwed. You can't say that. On the
yeah, screw, that's too far.
I can't say that.
Just kidding.
Hey,
sorry, I'm over the line. My bad.
Right, Blake. I know you've been doing great work with the New American Media. You guys have been covering extensively the RNC and the DNC. And earlier we were talking about a little video that you did that has gone astronomically viral. It is being dubbed the new WWE SummerSlam takedown. Undertaker versus Yokozuna. But anyways, can you kind of walk us through what happened? And if people don't really know yet, because we were discussing it, is you were hanging out with the InfoWars crew, you and your colleagues at the newamericanmedia.com. And you were kind of walking on Media Row and making the rounds from booth to booth. Can you kind of just walk us through how that all transpired?
Yeah, so we were in the big media room, and I was actually filming Alex and Roger Stone were doing an interview with Breitbart, and then they were doing another interview with Jonathan Alter, I believe. And then I was kind of hanging out for a moment, and I walked around the corner, and next thing you know, I could see Alex was up on the set of the Young Turks, and they were kind of in a very prominent role out in front, just filming, like, it seems like all day, every day. And then there was some commotion, and then I just turned my camera on at the right time. And I missed the beginning when Alex brought out the shirt. That kind of set them off. But I caught a lot of the argument between, back and forth between Cenk and Roger Stone, calling each other liars or what have you. And then that's when I saw Jimmy Dore, one of the people on Young Turks, come over, and I guess he spit on Alex. I didn't see it at the time, but I caught it on film. And then I just saw somebody kind of come out, and all of a sudden I heard Alex go, "Hey, did you spit on me?" or something like that. And then I saw the guy, run away, so I kind of went and chased him down. I got a little
at the beginning,
upset,
was Alex invited?
What's up?
Can you hear me? Was Alex invited up to the stage?
That's debatable. I believe that's according to them. They said they were. I titled the video
Alex?
"Crashed," and that's kind of where it's controversial. But either way, it wasn't. It was a friendly thing, and I don't know why they freaked out the way they did. I mean, it wasn't like Cenk was, on live national TV or something. It wasn't anything that their audience couldn't handle. Just bringing out a Bill Clinton shirt that said rape on it. It wasn't, big deal. Just laugh it off and go about it or address it. But instead, Cenk just totally freaked out and started going after, after Roger Stone for being a liar. And, Donald Trump's got some pending rape case or this or that. And it was like, come on, really?
Well,
just settle down.
Blake, what's interesting is someone like myself who's seen the Young Turks over the years off and on, you see Jenk's videos. There's one video he made when he was at the airport. He got escorted away by security because his flight got canceled. The guy really does have a temper. I mean, he can go from like 0 to 10.
I remember what you're talking about. I remember that.
Yeah, where he got kicked off. They wouldn't let him fly anymore. And when I look at that video, and I've watched different angles, certainly I think you were the first video I watched when you got that sniveling little creepy coward guy who just snuck around people. Like, I just wanted to wring that guy's neck. I hate when people sneak up and then spit in your face. And then he's like, I was here. I didn't do it. But it looked like you got pulled away from Anna Kasparian, the colleague, because your camera turned. Did she try to take your video down or take your camera away from you, or did somebody try to do that?
No, nothing like that. I don't even remember exactly what happened, but I just knew that they were, I was kind of disoriented because I was just, running around with the camera. And then I just kind of turned around and to leave off the stage. And, the staff there was pretty rude, trying to shuffle everybody out of there. And that was really it. So I didn't see it, so I didn't know what happened. And I like Alex, but I know sometimes he can kind of exaggerate. So I wasn't sure if somebody actually spit in his face. Like I said, I didn't see it. So I wanted to give the guy kind of the benefit of the doubt, but, looking at it, not that I was going to get into a violent confrontation with it or anything, but, it would have been nice to antagonize him a little bit more if I could.
I know when I first looked at the video, I remember seeing the Facebook Live of Alex talking about it, and he's very angry, and so when I watched the video today, the Turks did look uncomfortable when he walked up. They didn't look like they were completely pleased that he was there. And Alex was kind of like over the top. Hey, what's going on?
But it could have been.
I was just thought, well, they do kind of look uncomfortable.
But Blake, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, that could have been a funny bit.
It looked like they put something together. That's what I thought.
It could have been like a little funny bit because they're so inherently different in their political views and views on the world. But I think at the root of this all, Blake, is because the Young Turks and Infowars have always kind of frenemies because they try to
good way of putting it.
Yeah, Young Turks always say, well, our audience is bigger. Alex has a small one, and then Alex is like, no, I have a big audience, and they've always kind of been battling over the years. So I think something like this has been cooking up for a while, and it almost like a combustion, if you will. But I was always kind of wondering, too, if Leanne McAdoo got in a fight with Anna Kasparian behind the scenes, because I enjoy both of them thoroughly.
Oh, I know nothing about that. I talked with Leanne a while. She's very sweet and very calm. I can't see her getting animated in that way. I never saw that from her. Infowars crew was, very calm. I didn't see anything, from there. I mean, I guess I'm not part of their crew or anything, but I guess my instincts kind of kicked in when I saw somebody spit on somebody. So, I was kind of the one that sounded aggressive there, at least just for a moment, until I got him to admit that it was him. But wow. No, I think they handled it really well, and the Turks really looked bad. Like their entire crew, I mean, just Anna, of course, and the hypocrisy there because she's always talking about,
fat shaming
and called Alex fat, and then the crew was rude, and then you had, Cenk, just looked, you'd think that would happen with Alex or something where he kind of is known for that, but it was Turk that was angry, and for no reason. You can't handle a couple of silly jokes with his audience. Like I said, it wasn't national TV. Why can't his audience handle that? Or why does he have to get so defensive over Bill Clinton? What's his deal with that? Who cares? Yeah. And then the Saudi, So I didn't get it at all. I don't know what Cenk was thinking. And then Jimmy Dore just, really crossed the line by spitting and then got caught on that. So
I would have broke I would have broke that guy's jaw. If he spit in my face, I would have. I'm surprised you didn't. That just really pisses me off, Tony.
If you would have spit in my face aggressively or knocked my camera down, maybe that would have been something different. I wasn't looking for trouble necessarily, but
I'm looking for trouble. That's what I want trouble, Blake. In fact, I'm coming down there to DNC. I want trouble.
Right.
Alex,
we'll see what happens here. So far, it's been calm, but we'll see. And now it's raining everything away, so looks like the day's over.
Hey, do you think there's going to be another fight at the DNC with like the Bernie supporters and the Hillary followers?
Nothing would surprise me. Really wouldn't.
Wow, because
I
know you're down there. I
don't think there are any Hillary supporters. Let me clarify. Most of the people here are Bernie people. I don't see Hillary people, and they are if they're something. They're zombies. They're just not. They're not right. So.
Wow.
I don't see anything happening amongst them per se. So, but hopefully everything will be cool.
Well, that's
and
incredible.
It's been good running around talking to people. So hopefully I'll get some good man in the street footage.
Where is so we just got a few minutes here. Where is the best place people can see your coverage? Is it a live feed or are you just posting on YouTube?
Right now I've been kind of just posting on YouTube, and I've been doing it through the New American Media. I haven't updated any of those on my site yet. So I think if people wanted to go check that out, they should go to YouTube and check out the New American Media. TNAM, that's what Brian Engelman, and that's where we've uploaded the videos. They can follow me on Twitter, and my handle is @eccentric99, and they can run through my feed and see all the stuff there too. Hopefully I'll get everything updated once I get some time after all these conventions are over.
It's really amazing. And Tony, this is why the independent media is so important, because what you saw, Blake never edited it. He never tried to throw shade or make it look a certain way. The Young Turks did. When they released their video, they edited out Anna calling Alex a fat bee. I won't say the word.
Yep.
They edited out Jimmy Dory or whatever spitting. And they really edited in their favor. And the big controversy, too, is when it happened, I know Alex put some videos up of the whole ordeal on YouTube, and it got taken down within 30 minutes after being posted.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's watching the whole left and the media just melt down right now. It's glorious. Yeah, we saw that, and they're editing it, and then Twitter was, censoring the DNC stuff the other day. Yeah, the Turks are censoring. I also caught a video with a Breitbart editor getting assaulted by the Daily Show crew at a Gays for Trump rally and a Free Milo event. That went viral. That was a video that was embedded in the top story on Drudge all day. That's also on the YouTube channel there too. New American Media. It's Breitbart editor assaulted by Daily Show adversary, I believe.
Dirty tricks, Blake. And in full disclosure, I told Tony this, is I've been to the Young Turks studio, and it really is like next door to the actual YouTube headquarters. And by the way, Young Turks, their studio is glorious. They have a huge bar. It looks like the House of Blues.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God.
They love their wine and vodka. And I went in there, but they weren't there at the time, so I didn't break in.
Yeah, it was late.
Yeah, let me just clarify
On the
that.
weekend,
Legally,
nobody was there.
Yeah, I did not break in the Young Turks studio, but I can
knew about
see,
the drinks.
right. I came. Yeah, I just came there for happy hour, but you could see that there is that kind of cozy relationship, and they have that snarky attitude of, oh, we're LA people, and so it's very interesting.
Sorry.
But Blake, we're gonna have to cut it short, and we definitely we want to tell all the listeners to go to the New American Media to see all the wonderful content you're providing and the good service you're doing out there in Philly.
Yeah, it was successful. I'm glad I could be there and get some media to share. And yeah, it was a great experience. And thank you so much for having me on.
Thanks, Blake. We really appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Talk to you soon.
All right, sounds good. All right, take care.
Wow. So I'm really kind of surprised that the Bernie's people aren't more angry. He said more disappointed, not angry.
I think they don't know what the hell to do now. They're shell-shocked.
What can they do? What do you think?
Well, not vote for Hillary, for one. And then... Well, see, if I was a Bernie Sanders supporter and I believe that kind of ideology, what I would do, I'd probably vote for the Green Party, Jill Stein, or maybe the Libertarians if they had a chance. Or I would just not vote at all. But there would be no way if I was a Bernie Sanders progressive supporter, there's no way I could vote for Hillary. She is a continuation of of this the empire. She's everything that Bernie Sanders isn't. He's like the Ron Paul of the left. Like, I couldn't put my principles aside.
Yeah, my thing is, I hope they really think about, if they're not going to vote for Hillary, which is great, but who they vote for, they vote their conscience and their knowledge of who they are, not just to vote. I want them to seek out what these people are really about, not just to say, I'm going to vote for this person just because. Check out their policies, what they believe in, what they don't believe in, because a lot of people are making quick decisions, and
well, that's asking a lot from the American people.
I know,
Come
but
on.
as an American citizen, we this is our right.
I totally agree. Don't react out of fear. Don't react
Yes.
because you feel defeated. Do what is right in your heart, in your
Right.
gut.
I like what Jesse Ventura said the other day. He said, why vote to keep someone out of the White House, and then why don't we just vote to put someone in?
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you. I made that up.
Exactly. That's nice.
I think we're going to actually try again to get.
So I just got a text from Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'm stuck here in a tent in the middle of a hurricane and flash flood."
Oh, perfect. Let's call him now.
So
Does that mean we need to call him?
We're
now?
going to try
right.
because Anthony's parting the seas over there like Moses, and there's locusts and everything down there.
Oh, nice.
last words.
Yeah. Right.
Well, we know that the weather conditions out there in Philadelphia are pretty bad.
Oh, it's ringing this time, so that's a good sign.
That's a loud ring.
It is a loud
I
ring.
wonder if he's going to pick up. Probably thinks you're a solicitor.
Probably. Well, people always seem to do that to me. I don't want any.
I know I did.
I'm like,
Creditors.
I have a Chris Christie bridge I want to sell you.
Tony be a good solicitor, a creditor guy.
I would, actually.
Chasing student loan debt.
You 150?
570.
Okay.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
we're having some real technical difficulties down there.
Well, now it's raining, hurricanes and stuff.
It's raining. He's in a tent. Is that the place you want to be in for a hurricane? A tent?
Especially if it's lightning, no.
It sounds kind of terrifying, actually.
What is he saying now?
Nothing. I didn't say anything back. Oops. Are you okay, my friend?
Oh, that's
They're like,
comforting.
answer your phone.
Tell him.
We're calling you. Pick
Well,
up.
tell
pick
him
up.
the other number is calling him.
Okay.
If you would. But yeah, if you're in a tent and there's hurricanes and all that stuff, and angry or docile Bernie supporters, it is complete nuts over there.
It is. But we're going to get right back to the DNC. We're going to talk about that, but I'm going to throw this out at you. Somebody's calling in. I think this might be our man here. All right. Hey, this is Truth Be Told with Tony and Dean. Is this Anthony?
Yes, sir. It's Dean.
Anthony, there you are. We heard that you're in a tent hiding from a hurricane Category 5.
Yeah, is that what is that the official report? Because it hit real quick. Or are you more or less being facetious? Are they really calling it a Cat 5? I don't think it's that big.
Well, we heard it on the Young Turks, so.
Oh, really?
No.
Well,
I don't want to alarm you. No, I don't want to scare you.
Well, no, it happened real fast. I'm in a big tent. I guess you could literally call it a circus tent. But because there's a lot of statist, communist type deals going on here. But it happened real fast, and it was shoulder to shoulder. I couldn't move. And then all of a sudden, the speeches that were being given, Jill Stein spoke, and she had to hurry up with her speech because it got dark real fast.
Really?
And I got thousands of dollars worth of equipment here, so I'm under a tent. I real quick I grabbed for plastic that covers a container of water. So, like a 24-pack of water. So I got my camera covered, and that's that. So I'm under the tent right now trying to write it out. They're saying that it's flash flood warning. So I didn't know they were calling for any of this.
No.
But it just adds to the very eventful day that's going on here.
Well, Anthony,
yeah.
tell me, are there more police at the DNC than there were at RNC, especially after all the email leaks of yesterday? Is there more of a security apparatus presence?
I'll break it down this way. From
Please
what
do.
I was able to see, from what I was able to see, at the RNC, it seemed like a lot bigger of a presence and a hell of a lot more people. But I don't know if that's because of the way maybe they have a bigger perimeter here, going around the DNC, the demilitarized zone. And I hope you can hear me. I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah,
I'm in a tent
we can
with
hear you.
a hell
We
of
hear
a
you
lot.
just fine. You're fine.
Okay, good. So the police presence doesn't seem to be anywhere near what it was at the RNC, but there are a hell of a lot more. It took two completely different atmospheres. I mean, like night and day between I'm right here. Two total different atmospheres between the RNC and the DNC. I mean, like night and day, completely
really
different. I mean, this is more like a Woodstock type event, honestly.
You said a Woodstock?
Yeah, it's a lot more festive, and I guess as the hours went on, people were protesting pretty hardcore earlier in the day, and screaming. But as the day went on, you could smell the marijuana through the air.
Hey, that's illegal.
And right. And there's people like right now. I'm looking right now. All right, there's people playing bagpipes right now in the middle of the rain. There's people literally dancing in the rain.
I didn't know the Scottish were there.
I know.
That's amazing.
I wish I could have pulled this up on Skype and showed you, because it really is like like a Woodstock type deal. The way people are dressed, running around barefoot. I'm seeing people, they're half naked, running through mud puddles. And
wow, it sounds like you're having a blast.
I was going to say, it does sound much
that's
different.
Wait a minute, Anthony, are you at the DNC or are you at an orgy right now?
Yeah, right? Yeah. No, I'm at the DNC.
Get that Skype to work, if that's the case. Get that Skype working.
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask you a quick question, because when you say it's completely different, do you feel the energy's different also? Because were you at the RNC? Did you feel a different presence of support towards the Trump and the RNC versus Hillary and the DNC? Are you feeling a different?
Let me see if I could break that down. At the RNC, there wasn't too much opposition, especially now in comparison. I mean, the RNC was really there was a ton of police presence. So let's make that clear. I'm not seeing anywhere near what I've seen at the RNC, but like I said, they might have made a lot bigger of a perimeter here, and it does look that it's hard to tell. As far as the perimeter goes, but the presence was very obvious at the RNC. Here, you don't feel that police state presence, but there weren't that many protests. There weren't protesters or people that were outspoken. You really have to go out of your way to find somebody outspoken at the RNC. Here, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people, and they are all Bernie. What is it collapsing? The tent's collapsing. Hang on, just watch my back, because I'm doing an interview. If you think,
well, this is a live show, folks.
That could even be better.
This is as real as it gets. Hey, Anthony, this is Dean Ryan. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
They're saying the tent's about to collapse that I'm under. So
oh my God!
I'm just.
I don't want you to get electrocuted.
Be cognizant of what's going on.
All right.
Go ahead. What are you trying to say, buddy?
Well, first of all, I don't want you to get electrocuted or hurt. If you need to take cover,
me neither.
I'll
be all right.
I mean, that'd be horrible for radio.
If my partner was,
it would have been better on Skype, though.
Yeah. But no, Anthony, I want to ask you.
Thank you very much. I need you to stay with me. This is important, man. All right. All right, sorry, Dean.
This is reality radio.
Partner here to stay with me because I don't want this tent to come down and me not realize it.
No, it's okay. I'm just getting a little anxiety, but other than that, I wanted to ask you.
It's crazy. You could tell how crazy it is. Obviously, I'm sorry, but
yeah.
doing the best I can.
By the way, Tony, I might need a Xanax. You got one?
Oh my goodness, make that two.
Anthony, I want to ask you. I know we talked earlier about let's try to see if we can get a Bernie supporter on the phone with you and just start asking them questions. What do they think about the leaked emails and all this, and if they're going to support Hillary? Can you grab like the nearest hippie near you?
I'm looking around right now, and if you've seen what I'm looking at, you understand. And earlier it would have been so easy, but right now they're evacuating people from the tent. So everybody's grabbing anything they can to try to cover themselves, and they're all running out from the tent because the tent's about to collapse. Let me see if I can find somewhere else.
Find someone quickly before it collapses.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like hang on. Hey, ma'am, are you a Bernie Sanders supporter? Okay, I'm live on the radio right now, and can I ask you a question about the emails they got leaked? Okay, as a Bernie Sanders supporter, okay, how do you feel about the system now? Now that the emails were released, and it's basically the Democrats were colluding to make sure that Bernie wasn't the nominee. Do you still trust the system?
Can you put her on the phone, Anthony? Actually, give her the phone.
It's like a new world order or something greater than that. They control the Federal Reserve.
She's speaking English?
Maybe a couple. I don't think those were Bernie's words.
Anthony.
And he has no power like none of us. He's not the puppet yet. But the rest of the people in power, including Clinton or Obama or
I think she said she's going to vote for Hillary. I think. No, just kidding.
Pardon?
Hey,
she definitely mentioned a new world order. So
I heard that part. I did hear that.
Hey, Anthony, can you actually put her on the phone so we can ask her a question? It was hard to hear her.
Hang on 1 second. Can you? They want to talk to you. It's a great show.
Hello? Hello?
Hi there, sweetie. What's your name?
Hello?
You're on Truth Be Told. You're on Truth Be Told live on air.
Okay. Here.
Yeah, you had it on the mute. Hi there. You're on Truth Be Told. We want to ask you a question.
I really can't hear you. Hello?
So we want to ask you a question. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You can't hear him?
Maybe.
Every time she goes to say something, she thinks, "Can you hear?"
All right, let's actually move on from her.
Try again. All
right, we'll try one more time.
Hello?
Hi there.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
No, we want to. You're on Truth Be Told live on there in front of the whole world, and we're kind of curious. What is a Bernie supporter going to do next? Are they going to go towards Jill Stein and the Green Party, or Gary Johnson, or Donald Trump, or are they going to stay home and watch Netflix that weekend?
I'm going to go with the third party, but I'm also going to make every effort. I'm standing here right now as a paper I'm passing out to folks listing websites and books they should read regarding the domination of the New World Order and how they're controlling our banking, and they've been doing this forever. And if you haven't read about it, read about it. So that's my spin, and that's where my energy will go. Because if the system was rigged for Bernie, we're not going to get a third party into power. If he couldn't do it at this moment, I don't think it can be done.
Let me ask you this quick question before you go on and hand the phone back to Anthony. Do you think it's one of three things that Bernie Sanders was he in on the fix and going along with it the whole time? To push all his supporters towards Hillary, or do you think he was just that naive that this couldn't happen to him, or is he compromised and threatened in some way?
I believe he was compromised and threatened, and that's my belief. Too. And that it's not Bernie, and
it doesn't make sense.
If you look at his face and you look at his expression, what people say, half of it's your body language and half of it, the nonverbal. If you look at the nonverbal when he says it, it's not authentic. So I don't know what's happening in our government or who's threatening who, or do they show you a JFK assassination video and say, hey, this is how yours is plotted out? Who knows what happens when you become powerful enough for them to become afraid. So, auditing the Fed and going after what's happening with our Federal Reserve is huge because they're pretty much controlling our country. So, and this is hopefully waking up people to look at things like that. Look at architects and engineers for truth on 9/11. Look at chemtrail videos. There's a chemtrail video with a woman who speaking to the United Nations. All you guys type in is chemtrails United Nations, and I'm not saying that the New World Order is controlling that, but the more and more you read about, architects and engineers for 9/11, and everything seems to be connected.
Well, thank you. That's really amazing stuff.
There's too many assassinations in our country, and I think there's too many threats.
There is. Well,
and I think, but that's just what I believe. So I believe that that's what's happening behind the scenes, and the average person can only just keep clawing away at information.
Well, thank you for that.
Use your internet, Infowars.com.
Speaking of average people,
read
hey,
Jekyll Island. Read the people from Jekyll Island.
So we're gonna have to.
You can get it on Audible Books.
Yeah, we're gonna.
You can read it.
Can you go ahead and hand the phone back to Anthony? We gotta.
Hey, we gotta go. There's a hurricane over
Money
here.
Monsters, the Obama deception. Freedom to fascism.
She's going down her book list.
You can.
Well.
How about you give the phone?
Thank you so much. We have to actually go to a break. We have to go to a break. So if we can.
Radio show. You can check it out.
Let's take a break.
Yeah, we will.
Please
we'll come back.
Get informed.
All right.
And
just hang up on her.
Stop letting people.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So we actually, you want to take a quick break?
We'll call Anthony back.
We'll call him back.
We're
so
gonna take a quick break.
Met your match.
I know. I was like, man, she put you down.
Man.
And I'm going to take a Tylenol after that.
I know. So we'll be right back. Make sure you support our sponsors. Grown by Nature. Be right back.
United States Pharmacopoeia, USP, sets the standard for most food supplements and are used in over 95% of all vitamin and mineral supplements in the world. The problem is that these products have never appeared in any living tissue. They're created in laboratories and are not recognizable to the body's metabolism. Grown by Nature products are different because they use renatured ingredients, proprietary blends of essential vitamins and minerals with cofactors of proteins, lipids, and complex carbohydrates. Over 50 studies have been conducted on renatured nutrients, and over 20 have been published in peer-reviewed journals proclaiming their superiority. As a result, Grown by Nature vitamins and supplements are now recognized as simply the best available. Call 877-817-9829. That's 877-817-9829 and order your Grown by Nature products today. We are what we eat, and since we are of nature, we should eat foods in their natural form. Only Grown by Nature offers a full line of renatured nutrients. Call 877-817-9829. That's 877-817-9829 because not all products are grown by nature, but they should be.
Yes, they should be. This is Truth Be Told with Tony and Eddie and Dean. On the Monday edition of Truth Be Told, we are here. We're going to give our colleague and our guest today.
God, what a segment that was.
Wow.
I know
she was passionate.
I know all her DVD collection now.
I think that's your soulmate, Dean. You found her and you let her go.
Please don't threaten me that way.
What were you thinking,
No.
I'm trying to help you out.
And I was going to say, one thing that he said that we see more protest at the DNC compared to the Republican convention. I have to say it's because of demographics. Majority of the Republicans that are attending are going to be slightly older, white, and
exactly.
And we have the
and
DNC.
it's why there's never really been anti-war protests against Obama.
Right.
So let's see if we can get Anthony on and say goodbye and be gracious host here.
Yeah, unfortunately we had to cut him off for a second there.
Yeah, we had the film critic earlier.
That was good, but it was good radio.
For some, yes.
And see if we can get him back on.
Well, we might have lost him because
there he is.
Anthony.
That was sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened either.
First lady that was. Go ahead, I'm listening.
We missed you so much.
That was a hell of a protester there. She was naming all the classics.
Yeah, she had a paper in front of her, and when she started mentioning websites to look into, and she said, they call it conspiracy theory. I was looking at her, I was like, wow, I can't believe the one person I decided to add, was so hip to this stuff. But you know what?
It was incredible, Anthony. I thought she was going to start reading poetry on air. It got to that point. But
yeah, right.
Anthony, look, we got like a minute left, and you're doing such a great job, and I don't want you to get any damage to your equipment out there. So we got to say goodbye. But man, I got to be honest with you. I've known Anthony for like 4 years now. He's probably one of the hardest working independent journalists in this industry, and you do an amazing job. So I'm honored to have you on my show with everybody here.
Thank you,
and to see you.
Thank you very much.
All
brother.
the great work you do. You're just a really cool guy. And be safe out there. And people can follow you on YouTube at Anthony Antonello and all the great content you're pushing out there.
Yeah, roger that, brother. Thank you very much. And I wish we could have done more. And I'm not sure what the rest of the week looks like, but if it was earlier, if we didn't get hit with this storm, there are so many people.
Absolutely.
I could have went one by one, just real quick, quick shot answers. But I'm stuck under a tent in the middle of a monsoon.
We got
so
you.
that kind of limited my options. You know what I mean?
Well, that girl was a monsoon. So on that note, we're gonna catch you on the flip side. Take care. Stay dry. Be safe.
Thanks,
Roger
Anthony.
that. Thank you very much, Dean. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon, brother. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Cheers.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, we have
A special guest.
a special guest. Go ahead and
Christine,
introduce.
you want to introduce the special guest?
There we go.
Okay, I'll do it. With that, if looks could kill, you just shot me with a rifle right in the forehead. No, special guest. We actually have a friend of the show, Adam Kokesh. You may know him from that children's book called Freedom. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Oh God, I'm getting mixed up. No, his book Freedom, and he's been touring and does all kinds of podcasts and all over the place on YouTube. Huge star. People think he's Jonathan Brandis, if you remember who that is. There's that conspiracy.
He does look like Jonathan Brandis.
Well, I think he is too, but I always thought he was George Michael. I always thought Adam was George Michael because I'm a big fan.
Well, I guess it would be nice.
Do we have Adam on the?
We do. He's on the line.
Oh, Adam, welcome to welcome to Truth Be Told. Thank you.
Thanks, Dean.
Thank you. And you're in Philadelphia currently, and I heard you're having a great time out there.
Yeah, just started pouring rain, but I got to say, you're either way too kind, or if I'm a huge star, you have very small standards.
Let's hang up on him right now. I've had enough of him. This guy always gets on my nerves constantly. But no, so what are you doing out there in the DNC? Are you there to stand with Hillary and pass out her shirts and
That's what I heard.
I don't even care about Hillary, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my friend Roger Ver, who put up $250,000 for Bernie Sanders' charity of his choice as a challenge to debate me. He can make $250,000 in 2 hours if he will accept this challenge, and if he doesn't accept, then we'll know who he really is. But what we've acknowledged with this is that the Bernie Sanders phenomenon is really a beautiful thing to be celebrated, that there are so many young people who are looking for something radically different, that is something that strikes at the root of the problem. And from my experience today, I mean, I was actually kind of shocked, Dean. I got recognized by more Bernie Sanders supporters than I think I've ever been in a public non-libertarian event.
Well, I'm just shocked that you got recognized. You had me right there, but that's amazing.
Yeah, one person was like, "Hey, aren't you that guy from that show with the thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." It was cool because there are people who are genuinely fans of my civil disobedience work, fans of my YouTube channel. But maybe not quite there philosophically, maybe still, and we should be celebrating the fact that they are looking for something radically different. I think this is the most important low-hanging fruit for the freedom movement to win converts right now. And, I can do the same thing with the Donald Trump phenomenon and say, it's good that there are a number of Republicans who are just like, no, screw the establishment. We don't want to have anything to do with that. So we got a number of our flyers to Bernie Sanders delegates who are going to get that to him. I talked to a couple of people on the Bernie Sanders campaign staff, And we had a call flood going on today, so we know that Bernie Sanders is going to be made aware of this opportunity, and we hope he accepts.
He might need the money, Adam, because he kind of sold out in a way by endorsing.
Somebody pointed out the real potential fear with this is that he's going to have Roger give the money to the Clinton Foundation.
Oh my God! Hey, but you know what, Adam? You're a very well liked libertarian in the libertarian community. From what you told me, and
free hugs. That's my secret.
Right,
free hugs everywhere I go.
I know you were like me in supporting our friend Judd Weiss and John McAfee. Are you going to be celebrating, or not celebrating, but supporting and celebrating Mr. Gary Johnson in the elections?
Absolutely. Now, he's a different kind of libertarian. I would say he's more of a libertarian-leaning moderate. But when it comes to ethics and principles, when you compare him to Trump and Clinton, he is head and shoulders above, and I hope we have a breakout year for the party this year. And, there are a lot of libertarians right now who are tempted by Donald Trump, although there are a lot, got to stop Hillary. And really, you could make the argument the other way and say, got to stop Trump because he's just as much a violent authoritarian statist. But even if you want to try to parse out, which kind of cancer is the best kind of cancer, Clinton or Trump, the answer, if you're going to vote, is go cast a protest vote, make an investment for the long term. Let's have a breakout for the Libertarian Party this year and vote for Gary Johnson. I'm happy to endorse him. I would love to see him as president. He was my governor in New Mexico for 2 terms, vetoed more bills during that time than all other governors combined, although that's just as much a testament to the incompetency of the New Mexico state legislature as it is to his integrity. I'm happy to support Gary Johnson. I hope he does very well.
Would you
year.
accept a cabinet position in Gary's administration as, Secretary of Defense?
Yeah, I don't. My platform. I'm running for not president in 2020. That is, if I am elected, I will not be president, and neither will anyone else. Because no one should be president. No one should be in charge of other people with the violent authority of government behind them. And if I am not elected to be not president, I will simply abolish the entire federal government with a single executive order. So I don't know how that really squares with his platform of smaller, better government.
He might be open.
But I would be happy to have to genuinely serve his cause and his approach. If I should be so honored to have that opportunity.
Hey, Adam, we have like 2 minutes left. I know you're going on another tour again where you go to people's living rooms and stuff for the book.
2 minutes left. That's what you always tell me, Dean.
I'm this close to hanging up on you.
Adam,
really
Adam,
tired.
Let me finish. We got.
I'm doing you a real favor putting you on a show with a big name like me. So just relax. No, but how can people find you? How can people be your follower to the phenomenon known as Adam Kokesh?
I think he hung up.
Really?
Yeah.
That son of a bitch hung up on me.
Oh, my goodness. I don't believe it.
I was going to say he hung up because he just disappeared.
Well, I'll end it for him.
Okay. That's hilarious.
People can follow Adam.
He's calling back.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Ask him what he wants.
You got me back?
Is that a...
Yeah, you're prolonging the I gave you a nice little outro. No,
TheFreedomLine.com. You can get my book for free in every digital format, including audiobook. We just hit over 2 million downloads, and I'm going on tour September and October this year. So I will be hitting all lower 48 states, 60 events in 63 days. Go to the calendar, check it out. Come meet me on the road, get a free copy of Freedom and a free hug.
Well, I don't know about the hug, but the book sounds good. And but hey, I want to thank you for coming on our show. This is our brand new Monday edition of the show. It means a lot to me that all the support you've given me over the years. You know that, and that's enough ass kissing. So we got to go. All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you so much, Adam. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, talk to you soon. All right, well, we are out of time, Dean. Another show went by fast. Some great information. I hope you guys learned something from this and make some great decisions. And I can't wait till next week. We have another great show lined up, but we won't tell you until then.
Right, we got some things lined up, and Christina's got her soap with the Drunken Chemist.
That's right.
Yeah.
You guys can find us on Twitter and Facebook at The Drunken Chemist or at Rest Christina.
Organic soap. Who would have thought? Ooh. So, yeah. anyways, so we'll be back next week and cause
Thanks for
some
having
trouble.
me, guys.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Christina. All right, until then, this is Tony Sweet, Dean Ryan, and the wonderful
Christina Ress.
We'll be back next week. Make sure you guys tune in this coming Friday. Eddie Connor's back for the Truth Be Told with Tony and Eddie. We have a great show lined up for you. All of our shows are on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe. Leave a comment. Listen to us on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and check out our website, truthbetoldwebtv.com.
Call me. And call me.
And he is. He really means that. All right, until then, we're out.
Lonely.
Take care. Bye.
In the future, talk radio will actually educate, inspire, and make you think. The future is now. Topics and music that affect your life from Universal Broadcasting Network. Tune in at ubnradio.com.